Hi, I'm Jenna Keller, and I'm a psychotherapist and a yoga instructor here in Denver, Colorado.
And I'm Kindra Farizel, and I'm an acupuncturist also here in Denver, Colorado. And Jenna and I are also both meditation instructors in our practices. And what we've come to find is that a lot of people seem to feel that they can't meditate. And we are here to debunk some of the myths around meditation because we feel that everyone can meditate. And we want to let you know why that's true and show you how that's possible. So one of the main things that I've come across in my experience is that most people say, I can't meditate because I believe I have to stop my thoughts. And when I sit down to meditate for anywhere from 1 to 10 minutes, I just think all the time. And what I find to be really important is to share with you guys that meditation doesn't mean stopping your thinking. It means being the observer of your thinking mind so that you're not getting carried away with the thoughts unconsciously. Mm-hmm. That's the main thing that I would want to start off sharing. How about you?
Yeah, I think that's great. I think that hits it right on the head of what's going on for a lot of people as they get frustrated and they give up. Yes. And so, a lot of times I'll assign clients homework of going home and practicing the mindfulness meditation, and then when we check in the following week on how it's going, they're like, oh, I just couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
I sat down and I wasn't doing it right, so I stopped.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, yes.
And so I think you're exactly right about, it's not about stopping the thoughts, because not even Zen masters can do that.
Trust us, we know.
But what it is about is developing that witness consciousness or the observing self and being able to watch the thoughts come and go, realizing that the mind is a great storyteller, mm-hmm. and it will tell you really interesting things to try and get you hooked in.
Exactly. It will tell a nice long story, and then we attach to that story and we just go off and running with it.
We go with it. Yeah.
And our emotions are attached to those thinking, that thinking mind. And so then we start to feel maybe anxious or mad or angry or worried or
excited.
Or excited.
If it's a really fun thought,
yeah.
and we're thinking about how we're going to redecorate our office or something like that. It's like
hopeful, excited.
Yeah.
And we can get into fantasies in our mind as well.
Yeah.
Which sometimes can be just as... they're still all just thoughts, really.
Exactly. So learning to let them all come and go, the positive, the negative, any thought that you have, realizing that it's just a story and you can always come back to it at a later time. So.
Yes, so that's really important. I think that, and tell me if you've come across this, it seems to me that meditation is like sort of this exotic idea that is reserved for people who might be, well, first of all, living in India or Tibet and meditating in caves, or living in monasteries. But then even when we come to America, I think that people feel like, well, I don't do yoga, or I'm not a part of that world, so that must mean that I can't meditate, but I really want to, but it just seems so foreign and intangible. Mm-hmm. And one of the reason why I started teaching meditation classes is because I really want to make it accessible for everyone and anyone, whether you've ever meditated or read a book on meditation or not. I believe it's our human birthright to quiet our mind and meditate. Mm-hmm. And have you run into some of that?
Yeah, definitely. And I think even sometimes, I won't call it meditation. We'll call it mindfulness skills.
Yeah.
So that people realize it is just another skill.
I love that.
Yeah. Yes. Makes it really tangible, practical. Yes. And it's something you can do at any time. It's free. Mm-hmm. And, more and more research is coming out with the health benefits of it overall. Mm-hmm. So I think it's incredibly valuable for people, and you don't have to have a meditation room, you don't have to have a meditation cushion, you don't have to have any props or anything. So I think that's really the beauty of it.
That is the beauty of it. We were talking about some different ways that you can meditate, so you don't always have to do silent meditation. Mm-hmm. Would you like to tell us about some of the techniques that you provide your clients?
Sure. I'd be happy to. I get really excited because I love playing with different techniques and seeing how people respond to different things. And one of the favorite things that I like to use is called leaves on a stream. And so basically, you imagine yourself sitting next to a gently flowing stream, and you watch the stream until you feel calm and relaxed, and then you notice that there's leaves on the stream. And then you become aware of your thoughts. So noticing any thought that arises, whether it's good or bad, you simply place the thought on a leaf and watch it float on by. And so it becomes a beautiful practice, and it's very calming and relaxing too.
That's so nice. What a great imagery that produces.
Yes.
It's very peaceful just thinking about it.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a meditation you can do on your own that's a bit more guided, self-guided, or you can have someone else guide you through it, or listen to a recording of it, something like that. So that's one thing.
That's so great. Also, both Jenna and I have guided meditations available on our websites that you can use. And so a guided meditation is a great way to go because it helps you to focus your thinking. And so if you're a beginner to meditation, or if you are an advanced meditator, it works really well to just give yourself 10 minutes or so to actually just relax your mind and allow someone else to guide you in the meditation process. So we'll have our websites down at the bottom of this video in the end, so you can go there to find them.
Yeah, I think that's great. So knowing that there's different types of meditation you can do, and I know that I got started with using guided meditations. So I was one of those people who got super frustrated, and I was like, I can't meditate, or I have no idea what to do, or am I doing it right? Those were common things that I came up against. And so how I actually started a meditation practice was when I did my hypnotherapy training.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I think, I was honestly such a high anxiety person when I started that training years ago, and so to have someone else guide me into a deep state of relaxation and have that experience in my body made it much easier for me to access it on my own when I was practicing mindfulness.
Wow, I love that. That is such a great way to access meditation. Two of my most enlightening experiences in my journey on consciousness were actually through hypnotherapy, where it was really, I sort of just called it a guided meditation. I really feel like I accessed a lot of wisdom around the nature of our beings, which is another story, but for the purpose of this conversation, hypnotherapy is a wonderful guided meditation tool.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what it is. It's a guided meditation in its simplest form. So, yeah, and I think if you are someone who likes a mantra, there's also a mantra meditation. So a mantra is simply a word or phrase that you repeat to yourself. And some people do well with having that concrete thing to do because giving the mind a job to do is sometimes very helpful in helping you stay focused.
And that's an old, ancient technique, using a mantra, old Buddhist technique to give your mind something to focus on. And a mantra is a phrase that you can come up with on your own, even. It doesn't have to be an ancient saying or anything. It could be something that you come up with.
Could be anything.
Just make it positive.
Yes, positive and present tense.
Yes.
I am blank.
I am peace. I am content. I am love. Or you can even just say breathing in, breathing out.
Right.
Another technique that I like to teach is that and this is a Buddhist technique, I don't take ownership of it at all, is that you just are really conscious of your inhale, and you can feel the breath on your nose as you inhale, and you count to 1, and then you let it go. And then you do the same thing and you count to 2 and let it go. And then 3 and then 4 and then you start again at 1. And so repeating that but then having to bring it back to 1 helps the mind from getting lost into just another story because you're having to kind of keep conscious of that pattern.
Yeah, I think that's great. And that's great especially for highly analytical people.
Yeah.
Which I know there are a lot of you out there.
Yeah.
I might fall into that category, I'm not sure. But Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
So hopefully from this talk, you've at least gained the idea or the notion that you can learn to meditate.
You really can. So give it a try and let us know what you think.
Thank you so much for tuning in, and stay tuned for more to come from us.
Thank you.